ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for remaining faithful to us on Sessi TV. It's a time for 8P newscasts. Here are the headlines. A tragic accident on the road to Kédougou left 3 victims. The latest had left for the coverage of the economic tour of the President of the Republic. In this edition, although the affair of the chronicler Pape Ndiaye will be sentenced to 3 months in prison, it is a sentence that the court had decided. This Monday, the skippy Boy Jine gave an exclusive interview to ETV. After his escape from the camp penal prison, he is still in Dakar, but no one knows where exactly he is located. As we announced it in the headlines, Senegalese press in mourning. 3 colleagues of Leral died this morning in an accident on the road of Kédougou. Their car collided with a lorry while they headed this set area for covering the economic tour of the President Macky Sall. A military plane will take off from Tambacounda to Dakar to evacuate the wounded from the group Leral, said the President Sall, who expresses his condolences. The team CCTV by my voice presents its condolences to the grieving families. The University Sheikh Anta Diop's library, commonly called Berry, receives a few number of students since the coming of the COVID-19. Restrictive measures due to the pandemic are not regardless to the student. Some of them later denounce authorities' decision as support them. Let's follow the report of Dembara Maran.
People coming and going on the pathway leading to the University Library of Dakar, that place where students used to gather to revise their courses before the appearance of COVID-19, is now vacant. Those restrictive measures in that temple of knowledge prevent students from revising their lessons.
Comme vous l'avez si bien dit,
it's difficult for students who used to learn here because many students do not have possibility to buy books. The library is the only place where we can find them.
Those restrictive measures taken by the authorities to reduce the number of students deprives learners of their basic rights. Here is a good corner for them to revise.
Indeed, this situation impacts our research. We are accustomed to revise here, but now it is not possible. We can more borrow books and staying here.
If some students find those measures freak, others welcome the restrictions.
No need to press authority break up the restriction. Students should go by the rule and respect them of behavior.
Despite the fact that the library is closed, students keep on subscribing every day, hoping that authorities will open the library soon.
That was Demba Amar answer report. The verdict has been reached concerning the affair of Walf TV journalist Pape Ndiaye. The chronicler who was tried this Monday morning was finally sentenced to 1 year, including 3 months closed. We stay at the university. Students who accommodate in the campus came out and bemoaned the state of the toilets. They demand their reconstruction and invite maids to take their responsibilities for a better use of restrooms. Our reporter Musa Mane went to meet them.
At Sheikh Anta Diop University of Dakar, students who occupy the social campus regret strongly the insalubrity which prevails in the toilet of their residence hall.
The situation in the toilets is disastrous. If you enter in those places, you will notice that water smears everywhere. You can see also that the roofs debase themselves.
For authority in charge of technical service, that problem is due to the rising number of students.
Every year, the authorities of could manage to repair some failure. People should understand that the number of students has raised. Consequently, the number of students who use the toilets is very important compared to the standard.
It was Musa Mane's report. The prison break show is far from knowing its epilogue between Boy Jine and prison administration of Dakar. He succeeded again in escaping from the prison this last Sunday. Indeed, Boy Jine gave an exclusive interview to ETV by highlighting the reasons of escape, but till now he is nowhere to be found. Now let's talk about the anarchy to the Avenue Sheikh Anta Diop's University. Sellers and street peddlers monopolize the public space around and inside the Temple of Knowledge. It's an extract of Amadou Diallo.
Sheikh Anta Diop Avenue. Tradesmen dictate their laws.
It's a complex problem. That's not normal to occupy the public space like this.
Occupation which causes many annoyances.
This occupation is not normal because of sellers who are here. Its cars scramble and the car don't find normally its way on the road. This space is not for selling.
Instead of that, this ambulance says that he doesn't have any choice.
I'm here, yes, but I don't have the choice because I support my family. They rely on me. Senegal is really hard. I was studying at the university. I follow a training.
We ask also what solutions have to be found to resolve this problem.
Why not create space for selling?
Good direction must be taken this problem. The sellers have to leave this place and continue to be built for them.
We need the support of good direction. We are calling for more resources for well-being in work and so getting something.
We have to signal that Fan Hospital is on this avenue.
You followed the report of Amadou Diallo. The news outside our borders now is Babacar Ngom.
ECOWAS suspends Mali's membership until democratic reset. In Accra, May the 30, members of the Economic Community of West African States suspends Mali from the sub-regional bloc until the restoration of democratic rule in the country. However, the leadership of the sub-regional bloc would work with Mali to ensure that the transition remains on track toward the end goal of returning Mali to democratic rule by February 2022. The government of the Democratic Republic of Congo is facing criticism over the growing humanitarian crisis in the east of the country, as thousands of people who fled Goma after a volcanic eruption lack shelter, food, and drinking water. Mount Nyiragongo erupted on May 22, sending lava streaming down a hillside, which left a trail of destruction and killed dozens of people. In Vietnam, Health Ministry announced it has detected a highly transmissible new variant of coronavirus that has helped a full recent wave of infections in the country. Genetic sequencing indicates that the new variant was a mix of the coronavirus strains first detected in the United Kingdom and India, said the minister Nguyen Thanh Long.
For sport news, we welcome on the platform Mustafa Jakite, who will tell us about the weekend sport.
Senegal's beach soccer team won the 10th edition of African Cup of Nations organized in Sali. This followed his victory last Saturday against Mozambique team 4-1. Senegal, who won his sixth title, signed his qualification on Beach Soccer World Cup of August in Russia. In Champions League, Chelsea FC is crowned champion of Europe. The Edouard Mendy's club has beaten Manchester United 1-0 last Saturday in Porto. Kai Havertz scored the only goal of the match at the 42nd minute. This is the second Blues title in Champions League. After a year of suspension because of the COVID-19, the Cycling Regional League of Dakar started this Sunday in Teranga Circuit. Several clubs of different localities attend this first competition. athletes are satisfied with the resumption of their activities affected by the pandemic of COVID-19.
This element put an end to this newscast. Thank you for having followed. Do not skip right away your talk show, Youth and Development with Abdurrahman C. Have a good night.